was smart in doing an animation that separated itself from the other videos.
Have to endure this on a daily basis.
A combination of animation, and it really has only one very simple message. And that message was very effectively and powerfully told.
It would be because she smiled and said hello. Super scary, right?
All of a sudden, the world stopped. I felt more alone than ever. But one day I had a stranger reach out to me from the UK.
It's really powerful to see how just individuals can get a small group together and really be so impactful. So those are the things that really stood out to me.
We started adding people and started to form this small global community.
I like was the one where the young lady pretty much started off alone by herself, but then met somebody else overseas online. And then from there on, they built their own like support community. So it's just pretty cool seeing like a birth of something amazing starting from scratch. But overall, everyone else did a great job, and there's so much props to everybody else involved, you know?
None of us know when this is going to end. We don't know when we're going to get out of this, but at least I found a community who cares and who can help me through it all.
Let's finish this race together. Just a single actor who was just terrific, very believable. Really felt for him. Is he going to make it through this race?
I never expected to be staying home for so long, but now I get more time to try out new recipes and cook for my family and
This is like a
around.
sliver of sunshine in my life. I am so impressed with all the videos that he got for this contest.
If you watched my video and if you read my essay, you could probably tell that the key theme that I was trying to portray was the power of the unexpected. That all these unexpected situations can go to prove that even such a small action of kindness you make can unexpectedly grow into something big.
And that was the one done by the Gilroy Business Association. It was very professional, very slick, and yet it was such an upbeat, positive message that you just watching it, you just go away, you know, feeling so good about everything down the road.
The best recipe for a great video is keep it simple and tell the truth, tell your story.
If we have so many participants, so many stories will be told. And then I would say this is time that I think we have to face our challenges positively. And then I think we are all humans, and humanity is so important. It is humanity first in time of this very challenging COVID-19 pandemic.
It took a lot of people, such as all the judges here and a lot of our community, to cooperate to get this job done.
They were all excellent. This is one of the hardest things I've had to do.
If I could, I would give an award to each and every one, but I know we can't.
Everyone has a different way of getting through this pandemic and really finding some positivity.
I feel a lot of them have put in a lot of good time and a good message there, and I want to congratulate all of our contestants.
There's hope, there's love, and there's the people who care in doing all this.
It's a great opportunity for me to learn and grow, especially during this pandemic. This hard situation will be over sooner or later, but the love, the courage, the generosity, and all the good things will be staying in our memory forever.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The clock was still going off. Should I start? Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, sir. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the 2020 National Civic Leadership Forum. My name's Amrita Singh. I'm an anchor with IND-TV USA, a local Bay Area channel right here. And for today's closing ceremony, we have segmented this part into 4 different categories. First, we'll show you powerful COVID-19 stories from award filmmakers in the stories of the power of we. Then we have an original music for this event composed by Phil Young in the We Are Compassionate section. And then we have a very special guest speaker joining us today. He is the U.S. Representative, California Congressman Khanna in the section of the Power of We, where our community leaders speak out. And then we'll close out the event with the Voices of the Power of We, the press conference. So to get this event kicked off, I would like to welcome Joel Wong. He's the judge chair of the COVID-19 contest, as well as the president for the 80-20 United. Joel, how are you doing today?
Doing well. How are you? I'm excited to be here.
So I do apologize to all the viewers and everyone on here about my voice, but go ahead, Joel, take it away.
Much. I'm supposed to be talking about how the contest was run. Basically, this pandemic, COVID-19, has changed the world. We have changed the way we interact with each other. We have changed the school system, and the world is put on hold. And to chronicle these many stories about COVID-19, Ding Ding TV and the sponsorship of CLUSA has sponsored this video contest. My name is Joe Wong, and I'm proud to be the chair of the judges. As you can see, our judges are very diverse. It covers every spectrum of American in ethnic and racial and gender background. And this is only right because America derives its strength from diversity. And this panel of judges, whom you will meet later, basically expresses the diversity of our country. Now, I cannot see this. Okay, to the video, the format is to submit a 1-minute video accompanied by 500 words. And the maximum point given to a video is 10 points. Because the inspiration and the uplifting content is the most important, we give it 3 points. And the storyline, 3 points. The creativity is 2 points, and the production and technical details 2 points. So altogether, it's a 10-point maximum Vulcan Award. The video contest started on May the 1st, and it ended on May the 24th. And as you can see, that the video submission is from May 11 to May 31st. And the last day, then the 35 entry was submitted, and the audience get to select the semifinalists. And the audience selected from the beginning to June 21st. And on June 21st, we close the voting, and we have a real-time judging event on June the 28th to September 20th. Today is the award ceremony. I want to thank all the sponsors for sponsoring this contest, and we are very happy that and grateful for our sponsors. Thank you very much.
Is a award ceremony. Thank you, Joel, for that. Since this is a closing ceremony, I would like to welcome Mr. Sandy Close, the founder of Ethnic Media Services, as well as the honorable judge and chair for the contest. Sandy, how's your Sunday going? Sandy? We're just getting Sandy on. I think we lost him for a sec. While Sandy is, we're trying to figure out, we're having some technical difficulties with Sandy. Let's just go over, we actually had third place and the viewer's choice. We had a second place and a first place. And then once again, we also had the Asian American Reading Essay Contest. So we'll be introducing those winners very shortly. They're going to be coming in. We're going to show you guys the videos as well as their acceptance speeches. Okay. All right. We'll move on. How about to put this event together, we actually had a lot of amazing volunteers. Specifically, I want to go ahead and highlight the volunteers from the Ding Ding TV, the Youth Community Ambassadors. And they're the ones that are going to help us go around in terms of showing the videos and introducing the winners from this section. So first up, we have Harold Wang. He's one of the youth ambassadors, youth community ambassadors. Harold, are you here with us?
I'm a Ding Ding TV. I'm a Ding Ding TV youth reporter, and today I'll be introducing to you guys Abby and Sabrina Lynn's video. The video is called Catching Love, and it won 3rd place. One of the main themes of this video, or phrases, was, I'm a person and I'm not a virus. These themes are very relevant today because they promote diversity and tolerance, especially in times of COVID-19, when there is a lot of division and internal strife. Here is the video.
My name is Sabrina.
My name is Boris.
My name is Steven. I am an actress.
I am a carpenter.
And I'm a father.
My name is Kirsten.
My name is Matthew.
I'm Faith.
I am a singer.
I'm a student.
I'm a dreamer. And I'm not a virus.
I'm not a virus.
And I'm not a virus.
I'm not a virus.
I'm not a virus.
I am not a virus. I'm a human.
I am a human.
I'm a human. We are all human. We are all human.
We are all human.
We are all human.
We are all human.
We are all human.
We are all love.
Hello everyone, my name is Sabrina Lin. 大家好，我叫林尚怡.
And we are the creators of Catching Love. We want to say thank you so much for this amazing award. We are so honored and thrilled to have our work and our vision be seen and supported by such amazing figures such as yourselves.
Yes, and our goal with Catching Love was to remind everyone of our common humanity and show that together we can persevere.
And we must remember that the virus does not discriminate, that no matter who you are, where you're from, what you do, we are facing this as one species.
Yes, and now more than ever, we must stay positive and continue to support one another through this difficult time.
So we hope that our film Catching Love was able to bring some hope or some light into your lives during this critical time. And we want to thank you guys all so much again. 谢谢大家.
Thank you so much. 谢谢.
Hello, my name is Ellen Zhang. I am a freshman at Southwest High School and a Ding Ding TV youth reporter or ambassador. And I have the pleasure of introducing David Wynn's third place submission, Greater Than a Pandemic, Hope, Compassion, and Community. This was a video essay submission that shows that even in a time of hopelessness and isolation, we can still come together with compassion. Let's watch.
I apologize. My mic was muted. Congratulations once again to Abby Lynn and a fabulous job from our youth ambassadors for the introduction of all the videos. Next up, we have David Nguyen.
Okay, so sorry, I was waiting for the okay because I can't hear any sound going in. So I'm just going to talk to you all. Hopefully you hear. My name is Anthony Lay. It spells L-E, but pronounced Lay. And David can join us today, and our executive director and founder is under the. So they asked me to. Oh, I'm hearing like a feedback. So they asked me to receive this award and to say thank you. Before we start that, I just want to say, there's a missing Asian American narrative, and there's always been a push to kind of bleach our stories. And if we don't tell our story, someone else will, and often they'll get it wrong. M Collective is a way to share our love for our stories and do it in a holistic and authentic way. Our video is for our first responder. It started off as a way to say thank you to our first responders for making the sacrifice. They're out there on the front lines, making sure society keeps them running. And then in a sense, our community, I call them the second responders, they felt the need to make sure their sacrifice were not went unnoticed. And so our video was a way to say thank you, but also remind all of us that there's a way we could proceed, and it's for us to choose hope. So on behalf of N Collective, and just want to say thank you to NCLF, AUC, CLUSA, Ding Ding TD for the opportunity to share our API stories. Let us continue to tell our stories, and because if we don't, who will? Thank you.
Thank you again, Anthony. I thought you looked familiar. Thanks for accepting the speech, the award on behalf of David. Next up, let's welcome our Josephine Sean.
Okay, well, hello, my name is Joseph Shan. I am a sophomore at Lindbergh High School. Today, it is my honor to be introducing the third place prize winner, Christine von Reisfeld, who created the video titled Friendship Without Borders. When quarantine started, her life took a sharp downwards turn. She struggled to find comfort and solace in her isolation. It is a touching story about bonding and forming a community in times of distress and hardship. Next, we are going to play her video.
I am a person living with chronic illness and rare disease. Over the past few years, I've been using my story to talk about what's gone wrong for me and others in healthcare. And I had a purpose for a little while until COVID happened. And all of a sudden, the world stopped. I felt more alone than ever. But one day I had a stranger reach out to me from the UK. Another rare disease patient from the other side of the world. We started a series of phone calls where we talk about just things that were going on in our countries. And we started adding people and started to form this small global community of rare patient advocates around the world who were helping to support each other through COVID. None of us know when this is going to end. We don't know when we're going to get out of this, but at least I found a community who cares and who can help me through it all. Hi, am I ready? Can you hear me? I'm hoping. Okay, so hi, my name is Christine von Reisfeld, and I am a patient advocate and founder of People with Empathy. We're a nonprofit geared towards breaking down silos in healthcare. When the virus first hit, I don't think any of us were expecting it to go this way. But as time has gone on, our reality has changed and our mental health has suffered. So I think that we were at a point in society where we were inching away from humanity and empathy. And I think that the virus actually gave us this chance and this opportunity to realize that we do need this connection. So I want to thank Ding Ding TV and everyone involved for putting together this contest and for showing people that there are positives that can come out of this. And we just need to get together and share our stories. So thanks.
Hello, my name is Michael Shen, and I am a junior at Woodson High School in Virginia, and I am part of a Ding Ding's TV Youth Ambassador. Today, I have the honor of introducing the Viewer's Choice video, Kindness is Contagious by Khanna Wu. In the video, she cooked food for her neighbors and friends as an act of kindness, not expecting them to give back. The message of the video is clear that even in hard times such as COVID-19, there's always a bright side to it. Now, with all that said, introducing Kindness is Contagious by Khanna Wu.
I never expected to be staying home for so long, but now I get more time to try out new recipes and cook for my family and others around me. I'm on my way to my friend's house right now, and her store actually closed down because of the virus. Hi! I made some food for you guys. Thank you! Now I'm going to see Steve. He's a retired fireman. Hi!
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Nice to
I
see
brought
you.
some food for you.
Oh, thank you.
I haven't seen my neighbor Susan in a long time, and I hope she's okay. Thank you! Whether it be social isolation or losing a job, this pandemic has affected everyone.
Guys, dinner's ready.
Who is it? Whoa! I never expected them to give back, but I guess kindness is contagious. Hi everyone, I'm Shauna, and I'm so happy to have been able to participate in this contest alongside so many talented individuals, and I'm thankful to Ding Ding TV for allowing me to share my video. As you saw through my video, a key theme that I wanted to express was the power of the I never expected to be at home with my family for such a long time, but it turned out to be a great opportunity to spend time with them and reconnect with them. With all the negativity surrounding the virus, I just wanted to share a little bit of kindness and positivity to those around me by sharing some food with them, but I didn't expect them to give even more dishes in return. Even after creating my video, I did not expect so many people to enjoy my video and even businesses giving me products to give out to people. I think that even with social distancing and quarantine, we can actually become even closer to one another. This video was really fun to make, and I want to thank everyone who helped me with it and everybody who watched. Thank you.
Hello everybody, this is Sparky and I am Thea Chang. Why are we dressed like this? That's because we've got an important job to do. Look at Sparky, he's wearing a homemade armor with lots of masks clipped onto it. During our daily walk,
introducing Sparky the Mask Ambassador, in which Thea Chang go around the community and donate masks and mask covers to second-line essential workers. The video's positive energy is sure to brighten anyone's day. Thank you, and please enjoy the video.
Hello everybody, this is Sparky and I am Thea Chang. Why are we dressed like this? That's because we've got an important job to do. Look at Sparky, he's wearing a homemade armor with lots of masks clipped onto it. During our daily walks in shelter-in-place, Sparky and I have done some serious research. Hi, do you guys need more masks?
Yeah, we need some more. If you have.
Recognizing there is a shortage, a friend of mine decided to create a fundraising for mask covers manufactured in Taiwan to donate to second-line workers such as cashiers and postal workers. Let's go, Sparky! Let's do our part in trying to help and share with others. Oh, my dog is friendly and he's very talkative. He's just wondering if you need a mask cover. Just wash this with hot water with soap.
Thank you.
For our mailman. Bye-bye. Oh, hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we could.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm trying to bring this. I'm Thea Chang, and I have Sparky next to me, but probably because of my background, you guys cannot see Sparky, right?
I'm watching it from another device. A little delay.
You're live.
Okay. But I just want to say, well, no matter if you can see Sparky or not, I just want to say thank you very much, because as a journalist and then TV host and radio host for almost 20 years, I'm always trying to discover other people's genuine, unique, and original story to share with others. But during this difficult times, actually, if you read my essay, so we have, our family have a lot of difficulties, just like others. But instead of being trapped at home, I decided not to, just to let it wear me down. And I'm just go out, produce videos. So I'm really happy. Luckily, I can still produce and share positive energy with everybody else. And luckily, Sparky, my dog's ready to go out with me because not my kids. So I'm thankful. And in Chinese, we always say, when things happen not going to your way, I always believe in 还好. 还好 means, luckily or thankfully it's not that bad. So I'm going to share this great, thankful, 还好, luckily spirit with everybody. And thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jason Shan, and I am a high school student in the Silicon Valley and a reporter in the Ding TV Youth Ambassador Program. It is my privilege and honor to introduce the Gilroy Downtown Business Association, creators of the second place video, COVID-19 Challenge. Their video touches on the jarring changes that the pandemic has brought and emphasizes the importance of community that is needed in a time like this. They have produced a moving and powerful video of downtown Gilroy and the community there. Congratulations to the team, and with that, please take a look at their video, COVID-19 Challenge.
You're live, Gary.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm joined today with members of my executive committee here, as well as Nancy Maciel, who is our organization coordinator. On behalf of the Downtown Business Association and our producer of this video, Nils Myers, we'd like to thank the judges, organizers, and people who viewed the video and voted for our entry. The contest gave all the participants an opportunity to express themselves through their own artistic visions. We send our congratulations to all those that submitted videos, as well as our fellow winners. Our message, was really unique as a downtown. We generally are the center of our community. And this is where the community generally comes together to enjoy themselves, to meet new people. What was different about this is that we could not come together. And so we needed another way to basically comfort our community. And so the main message that we hope that everyone takes from our videos is that although the times seem dark, we will get through this pandemic and better times will return. We want to thank Ding Ding TV for this opportunity, and to the great community of Gilroy, as well as our production company, who did such a great job crafting our message of hope. Thank you very much.
Hello, audiences. Thank you all for tuning into our webinar. I am Caitlin Shang, and I have the honor of introducing our first place winner, King Yasin's work, Smile and Say Hello. This visual spectacle is about Michelle's experience when a mother and a daughter ran away just because she smiled and said hello. Now, let us please divert our attention to the screen and observe this paragon.
Should I have said something else other than hello? Why did I have this intense feeling of shame when I did nothing wrong? Was I the only one facing this? But then I was reminded that some of my fellow humans have to endure this on a daily basis. Beneath the skin, the hair, the shape of our eyes, aren't our organs all the same? If the mother and daughter were questioned on why they ran away from me, it would be because she smiled and said hello. Super scary, right?
Hey everyone, it's an honor to be able to speak to you today. I first want to thank you, Caitlin, for the wonderful introduction. It was really nice. I hope you all enjoy my film. It is a very personal story from my friend Michelle, and I want to take this time to honor and to thank her for her bravery to share her story to the world. Her story reminds us that it's okay to be scared during these times. But we're all in this together, so be kind to all the strangers around you. And I want to thank Ding Ding TV and all the partner organizations who has made this competition happen. And I want to thank all the judges for all your hard work. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the Ding Ding TV Youth Community Ambassadors for putting that section together. We really appreciate that. And once again, congratulations to all the winners. Abby, David, Christine, Shauna, Kay, Gary from the Downtown Gilroy Businesses, and King for with first place. Congratulations. And I just do want to also put out there that for everyone that participated in the COVID-19 contest, we really do appreciate all the work and all the film and everything you had to do while maintaining social distancing and all that regulations. So once again, thanks for participating with that. Next up, we will head on to our Asian American reading essay. And joining me for that section, I would like to introduce Xiaoying Zhang, the AAUC Public Relations Committee Chair. Mr. Zhang, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Okay. Welcome to, I'm going to share with you today essay contest result. And as all of you may know, this year we have one monumental major event for Asian American communities. That is in the month of Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month this May. And PBS released a historical docu-series called Asian Americans, which I hope and I believe many of you have already watched. We organized watching party for that, and also we conduct a contest to asking people to submit their movie reflections. This is a historical event for the Asian American community, and we're very glad after a competition. We have quite a few contests. Essays been sent in, and we have a 9-judge panel to evaluate all essays. And today we have 5 selected essays, and we would be very happy to share with you at this 2020 NCLF. Thank you, and please play the audios.
As I look back on my life and I watch this PBS program, Asian Americans, this has helped me see the connections that we all have. In 1942, my family was interned in Gila Bend, Arizona, as part of the evacuation of Japanese Americans from the West Coast. I think it was in my 40s that I understood that this internment had affected me even though I was only 2 years old. My family never talked about the internment, and when I took a speech class, I was going to do the speech on 3 memories I had from this time. As I practiced, I found that I became so depressed and started to cry uncontrollably. Later in my life, I was asked to be interviewed for a student documentary at a month of remembrance. I then started to interview my family and piece together our family history. Today, I see that this discrimination is happening again with the Latino children placed in camps. And instead of the yellow peril, we have the Chinese virus. The other thing that I remember seeing in a pre-internment photograph was a sign in another Asian-owned store window saying that they were not Japanese. However, the bigger community does not see us as Japanese, Korean, Chinese, Vietnamese, and so forth. They only see a yellow face. Vincent Chen was murdered with a baseball bat because weeks earlier, some auto workers bashed in a Honda car and it was shown nationwide on TV. Just as the bigger community does not see us differently, we too must support each other so that as a bigger group, a bully would think twice about discriminating against us. We need also to support our African American and Latino American brothers and sisters because they too have this history of discrimination. Hopefully then we can make a better world together.
Spring 1970. I was 9. My father, an engineering graduate of prestigious Seoul University, was in management. We enjoyed a comfortable life, private school, housekeepers, and nannies. Racks of rifles installed at work and gun turrets being built in town were the last straw for Dad. The fragile ceasefire with North Korea was an ever-present reality. We were moving to the U.S., no discussion, period. The horror of surviving wars and recovering his father's body from the assassination of local officials affected much of Dad's personality. It took forgiveness and maturation for me to appreciate his huge sacrifice. The move worked out great for everyone but him. The descent from respected manager to belittled storekeeper made his life pure drudgery. Fear of being a disappointment, we 3 siblings made sure we were successful. Thrown into school where all I understood was the clock and math. It's a credit to the Los Angeles school system's English as a second language program and Bugs Bunny that I was able to graduate from UC Berkeley's undergraduate business school and become a successful managing director and head of global operations for Barclays Global Investors and later BlackRock. Excellence, results, and leadership mattered. I was oblivious about being an outspoken, atypical Asian and one of few, if not the only woman in the room, unless it was pointed out. My parents joked that I probably would have been arrested during the pro-democracy movement had we not emigrated. Yet another reason to be grateful for my dad's fateful decision.
During the past 200 years, Asian Americans had to fight to gain basic human rights in this country. Fast forward to today, we face existential crises threatening not only Asian Americans, but all Americans. These problems are bound to dramatically change our lives over the next 50 years. Think about large-scale machine deployments that degrade humans into Amazon Turks. Think about the sharp rise of income inequality. Think about the deterioration of the natural environment. How can more Asian Americans grow quickly into local and national leaders for all Americans? What is the best way to pool our resources and maximize impact? I hope our community strategists will think big, create a clear vision of the future, and lead the country. This is our moment to shine.
Don't forget your roots. How the documentary Asian Americans changed me. My great-grandpa always told me, don't forget your roots. I didn't understand what he meant until I watched the PBS news show Asian Americans. Chinese immigrants risked their lives to build the Transcontinental Railroad, but at the Golden Spike ceremony there was not a single Chinese face in the crowd. This is so unfair. Meanwhile, proudness swelled in my chest. My ancestors worked so hard to make a living in America. Now I realize what my great-grandpa was talking about. I am proud to be Chinese American. As much as our ancestors had contributed, they were left out of the history curriculum in America. There was no mention of the Filipinos' heavy involvement in the movement for better pay, or the Japanese American infantry that freed captured U.S. soldiers. I thought we needed a balanced curriculum. Later, I learned that a new curriculum based off of the film was being developed for grades 7 to 12. I felt grateful that our ancestors' stories would be told. When Asians immigrated to the U.S., they were wronged, tortured, and called devils. Now, while the coronavirus is tearing apart the world, Asian Americans are facing similar prejudice and are being attacked and villainized. History is cycling back. We cannot let history repeat itself.
This documentary highlighted Asian American experiences of how they have suffered from systemic discrimination spanning different historical periods, and the contributions older generations made to the civil rights movement. It is educational and enlightening for us to consider at the modern day today, especially under the landscape of a deepening global pandemic and deteriorating U.S.-China relations, how we should view racism and discrimination and formulate our strategy to fight back. I believe with the world becoming more flat, America becoming more diversified, Asian Americans becoming more engaged in civic lives and politics, discrimination towards Asians has taken on different forms. In the past, facing systemic discrimination, we fought from top down. Now we need to do the opposite. As an independent, I cannot help notice talks about racism and discrimination often stem from partisan attacks, while in reality, they often happen at the grassroots level because of lack of knowledge of Asian American history and culture. Therefore, I feel our efforts should start from education to the general public. For example, we can advocate to have Asian American history written into K-12 curriculums. We can create interactive maps to record our history. We can also pick to fight a couple of high-profile legal battles to make people aware that one cannot call Asians to go back to their country, just like one cannot call African Americans Negroes. Having said that, overly sensitive about the racial issues and using this as partisan attacks are not effective strategies in modern-day America.
Those were some powerful words. And to wrap up this section of our video contest as well as our essay contest, I would like to invite Diana Ding. She's the founder and CEO of Ding Ding TV, the chair of COVID-19 contest, as well as the co-chair of the closing ceremony and the chair production and distribution for the NCLF. Diana, how are you?
Good. Thank you, Amrita. Thank you very much, Amrita. Thank you. Yes, I hope that Miss Sandy Chow, Sandy Close is coming back, and maybe later we can give her an opportunity. I'm sorry, and she lost for a while. Thank you, Amrita. Amrita is the famous anchor from INDTV USA. Thank you for volunteering, helping us. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining 2020 National Civic Leadership Forum Closing Ceremony, Community Spotlight. This ceremony is presented by AAUC, CLUSA, and Ding Ding TV. And co-chairs are Dr. S.K. Low, Ding Ding TV COO Sandy Wang, and me, Diana Ding, founder of Ding Ding TV. And also I want to thank Felicia Chaco, the founder of TinyCast, media chair of 2020 NCLF, and her team as our broadcast partner for today's event. I want to thank Dr. S.K. Low for the great example of working together as power of we. And thanks to Sandy Wang, who's been working day and night for today. As the voice of Silicon Valley Asian American, Ding Ding TV is very honored, and we're so humbled to join the power of we, working together with NCLF team, producing the videos and distribute to the different channels. Thanks to our audience who are watching YouTube live stream and on Hoover right now. So this is Ding Ding TV's YouTube channel. Please like us on YouTube. You will be able to watch many other videos from NCLF 2020. So the video contest is organized by Ding Ding TV and CLUSA. So thanks to Ms. Sandy Chow, Anthony Ng, and thanks to Dr. Xiaoyan Zhang, brought us so many amazing essays, amazing stories reading by the youth. So during the award ceremony, we can see that our media partners like Miss Sandy Close, the diversity content creators, the media partners, and youth community ambassadors. Together, we make small changes to the big things, telling our own story and make our voice be heard. The media partners are going to be join us today at the press conference. And I want to thank 8020 United, AAUC, Ethnic Media Service, Papi Jasper International Film Festival, Silicon Valley Central Chamber of Commerce, and the Silicon Valley Asian American Film Festival, Team for Tech, Indian Currents, INDTV USA, Siliconeer, and the San Jose Ko-Ji-La Media, Vietnamese media. And also want to thank to all the judges, Sandy Chow, Sandy Close, Joe Wang, Benz Hillary, Matty Scalshot, George Koo, Tony Perkins, Steve Yamaguma, S.K. Low, Nick Kaspa, and Bridget Grover, and Sandy Wang. So next, we're going to have the original compassionate music. I would like to introduce our famous musician, the Bay Area famous composer, Phil Young. He composed music in various forms, including symphonic, chamber, electronic, vocal, and film. He connected East and West, combined China and Western elements in his music. Another musician is Chinese American pianist, Professor Clara Young. And she was raised by the Fair as a first-rate pianist. She has performed in many notable venues in the world. She's currently the Associate Professor of Music and Head of Keyboard Studies at UNC Chapel. Yes. Okay, you see me? Thank you. Okay, so next I'm going to hand over this to Amrita to have a dialogue with Clara Young and Phil Young.
I'm so excited. I feel so honored. Do we have Phil and Clara with us? Hi, Clara. How are you? How's it going?
It's good. How are you?
Great, great. Happy Sunday. Once again, thank you for composing one of the original music for this contest. Let's talk a little bit about your role, which was you were a pianist in this. I know times are extremely tough right now. So when you got this task, where did you draw your inspiration from to come up with such a beautiful piece? Yes. Okay, we just lost Clara. I think her connection just dropped. And we still don't have Phil with us. So we will get back to them as soon as we get their videos up again. Moving on to our third section, where the community leaders speak out. I'm actually super excited to hand over this section to Chelsea. She's an actress. Chelsea Jane, how are you? Okay. No worries. In the meantime, why don't we show our viewers the original composite music from Phil and Clara? Fantastic. We have Phil and Clara joining us. Phil, we'll start off with you. Actually, we'll start off with Clara since I was talking to you before the connection dropped out. Clara, so I was wondering, times are hard. How did you draw the inspiration to come up with such a beautiful piece?
Oh, I did not compose the piece. Phil did. But after he wrote the piece, that we had to think of a way to make this video happen. So the cellist doesn't live in North Carolina. That's where I live right now. So he lives in Texas, I think. So we had to do this basically virtual, this collaboration virtually. So we had to think of a way to play this separately and put it together. That was challenging, actually. An in-person collaboration was nothing like this, obviously. So in this process, I think we learned a lot about how to do this virtually. And it was a wonderful collaboration. Actually, before this, I haven't even met this cellist in person. So it was a wonderful experience.
Fantastic. Wow, I actually, Claire, I didn't realize you guys had to shoot this remotely. So that must have been challenging to put both the pieces together and then once again put the editing piece in such a seamless way. Phil, I'll direct the question to you, which I accidentally had asked Clara before. So this was such a beautiful piece. How did you draw the inspiration? I mean, naturally, through what's happening right now with the pandemic, there's a lot of sorrow and sadness. And this piece, it actually brought a lot of calm to me. So how did you go about thinking about this entire piece?
Yes, during the shelter in place, and I kept seeing on the news the tragic images of people suffering from the pandemic. The emotional impact is so powerful. It inspired me to do something with my music to bring some comfort to people. So I came up with this consolation. And the music is actually in the form of a repeated pleading. And then at the end, it was kind of a suspense. There's a hint of hope. I chose the cello because cello is very close to the human voice, very expressive. And I finished the whole thing actually in one sleepless night. I was doing that in tears, right? And I'm so grateful to my dear friend, cellist, who's not here, Damin Lee in Houston. And I'm so grateful to my dear niece, Clara Yan. Yeah, they did such beautiful and moving collaboration. And also the California Classical Music Station included my music in their programming. Yeah, I'm very honored actually too, yes. Mm-hmm.
As we can hear, there were a lot of challenges putting this beautiful piece together, and I'm just so glad seems also like it was a family effort as well. So I believe you guys did a lot of FaceTime, right? How did you? Did you receive any other technology like challenges during putting this piece together?
Technology.
Yes. So how we did it, I can just very quickly describe. The cellist first sent me the track, and I listened to it and basically remembered the nuances, because in classical music, you rarely play everything straight. So there's a lot of things we call this freedom rubato. The rubato is very difficult to catch, but in an in-person collaboration, you can do that quite easily if you're good musicians. In this version, so I basically remembered his rubato from many different times of listening, and then I recorded like basically on top of that track. And then Phil later on put the two tracks together in California in iMovie, I think, right? So and made a video. So that's how we did it.
Hey, wow. Back and forth happening there, right? Phil, any departing words?
I think music is supposed to unite people. My idol of the composer is actually Beethoven, not just because his music, also his view, the humanistic view, and the compassion for people. Yeah, that's my idol. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Really, once again, appreciate both of you and also Dominique for putting this beautiful piece together. Now, moving on to the next section, we have community leaders speak. And to help me bring about this section, I would like to welcome Chelsea Ajong. She's an actress.
Hello, everyone. It's so good to see everyone after such a great week of NCLF. My name is Chelsea Zhang again. And as she said, I'm an actress out here in LA. You maybe have remembered me from the opening ceremony, but I'm so excited to be back to help introduce our closing ceremony keynote speakers. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, we're going to go and start with Lloyd Doggett. So U.S. Representative Lloyd Doggett represents communities from San Antonio to Austin in Texas. He serves as the chairman of the Health Subcommittee on the House Ways and Means Committee. He is also a member of the Ways and Means Select Revenue Measures Subcommittee, the Joint Committee on Taxation, and the House Budget Committee. Prior to coming to Congress, Congressman Doggett served as Justice to the Texas Supreme Court. Representative Doggett is also a strong supporter of the AAPI community and has received numerous awards for serving communities and protecting the interests of seniors and children. Save the Children recognized his leadership with the Congressional Champion for Real and Lasting Change Award. AARP honored him twice with 2 awards, one for his leadership on Medicare and second for his efforts to preserve seniors' access to health care. Representative Doggett's wife, Libby, recently served as the Deputy Assistant Secretary for Policy and Early Learning at the U.S. Department of Education. They have 2 daughters, Lisa, a physician, and Kathy, who leads teams across Texas that works with new disadvantaged parents. So without further ado, please welcome Representative Lloyd Doggett.
Welcome, American patriots. Thank you for caring enough about our country to stay engaged, to stay informed, and to be doing all you can to protect our precious democracy in this upcoming election. I'm bringing you greetings from deep in the heart of Texas, where I can tell you that our Asian Texas community, our Asian Texans, are the most dynamic, the most rapidly growing part of our state. And thanks to the efforts of my friends of more than 2 decades, Victoria Lee and Alice Yee and so many others, Asian Texans are recognizing their political power. They're getting involved on boards and commissions. They're getting elected to the city councils, to the school boards, to the county commissions, to the Texas state legislature. And I'm pleased to say that I believe this year we will see 2 Asian Texans elected, at least 2, to the United States Congress with my very active support. I want to thank you for your personal encouragement to me. The award that I was presented last year meant so very much, as does the continued engagement. Well, my name is Doggett, and you would be certain that I was born in the year of the dog, the fire dog, to be specific. As the zodiac indicates, I've been well suited to public service, and in Washington, I've never been short of raging fires. I will say, though, that it's the year of the dog. I am definitely not the best friend of the man in the White House. As the Health Subcommittee Chair, I have been particularly concerned about this worst healthcare crisis in over a century in this country. It did not have to be this way. So many lives have been lost because of denial, delay, and ongoing deception. Thanks to the many Asian Americans who dug into their own pockets to pay for and obtain personal protective equipment, especially face masks. This week, we heard from the director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, who testified before Congress that wearing a face mask may be even more protective against the virus than getting a vaccine. The information we received at the same time was that the Postal Service back in April had on order 650 million free masks for everyone in this country. But those masks were never sent because they did not conform with the president's theory that a miracle was just around the corner and the virus would disappear. Think of all the lives lost because of that failure of national leadership, and all the small businesses that are out there struggling today to survive, some of them never to reopen. The families that have lost a breadwinner, who are struggling, wondering how they will pay next month's car payment or credit card bill or the rent or their mortgage. All of this could have been avoided. We've had repeated false claims about the China flu, about the virus, the Kung flu, and we know who uses these terms. I think it's not just prejudice and bigotry, though that's very real, but as a major way to deflect attention from the many failures of this administration. But they have clearly had consequences, direct harm to some of our neighbors, more hate crimes, greater amounts of bigotry. This is the danger that we face going forward. And that's why I was pleased to be a sponsor under the leadership of my friends Grace Ming and Judy Chu of our resolution adopted in the House this week, condemning all forms of anti-Asian sentiment. With so much hate speech these days, I think it's important to remember that the first attempt to build a physical barrier, a border wall, came in Texas over 100 years ago. The demand then was to build a wall between El Paso and Ciudad Juarez to keep out Chinese immigrants. They would steal American jobs, it was claimed, and traffic opium. Instead, of course, those immigrants who did come brought entrepreneurship, strong family values, respecting elders, and a willingness to work very hard at often the most difficult jobs, much as an earlier generation of Asian American immigrants built the railroads that united our country. Fear of those with differing appearance or language or religion has unfortunately been a recurring theme in America since our very origin. The Chinese Exclusion Act, the Japanese internment camps, and before either, back in the 1840s, the Know Nothing Party, whose native-born male Protestants opposed voting rights even for Catholic immigrants. I believe that America prospers when we reject such bigotry and xenophobia. American democracy through the decades has worked best when there has been a true competition of ideas between two strong political parties, when Americans can discuss and debate and disagree without being completely disagreeable. But that system has been greatly weakened in the last 3 to 4 years. For the first time in American history, the recent Republican National Convention did not adopt any party platform or set of governing principles, probably because they were just totally uncertain as to what this erratic president would do next. Traditionally, the Republican Party has stood for more international trade, not more allegedly easily winnable trade wars. It's emphasized fiscal responsibility and avoiding government debt, not led by someone who claims to be the king of debt, as is true today. Republicans once stood for strong law enforcement, not attacks on the Federal Bureau of Investigation and our intelligence agencies allegedly controlled by some mythical deep state. And they once recognized how important it was to stand up to Russia. But now we have a leader who has attacked most everyone else in the world, but has nothing but good things to say about Vladimir Putin, despite his aggressive nature. Nowhere will we see these issues drawn more clearly than among those courageous Republicans who formed the Lincoln Project. I encourage you to turn to their website and see what they've got to say. What would another term with President Trump look like? Well, I suggest if you have any relative or friend who has lived in Malaysia or Vietnam or Cambodia or even the PRC, you can get a pretty good idea. And we already have some strong and alarming clues. This week, the Attorney General called for using the Sedition Act against opponents. Trump has labeled people like me and my colleagues who didn't clap long enough for him when he gave a speech, he's called us traitors. And instead of affirming the essential value of the free press in a free and open society, he's used Stalin's term, enemy of the people, to describe reporters. He praises those who use violence against their opponents, and we just learned that federal officials actually contemplating the use of some kind of heat ray to remove peaceful protesters from the park across the street from the White House. The blame game will continue, claiming that immigrants are responsible for just about every shortcoming or failure in our country. And this will apply not just to those who enter illegally, but those who legally seek to become a student in America, who want to work for a high-tech company or a healthcare provider. It's not just about blocking those who may have crossed the border improperly, but it's about people who want to reunite with a spouse, a parent, a child. The anti-immigrant hysteria that is fanned by people like Stephen Miller and other ideologues knows no bounds. The blame game, we have to put a stop to that. I think that despite the multiple viruses that infect our country, COVID-19, racism, Trumpism, I overall still remain hopeful about our country's future because so many individuals like you are getting engaged and making a difference. So many of us are doing all we can to prevent a continued march on the path toward tyranny. As your conference once again unites the rich diversity of cultures that originate in the giant continent of Asia, let's all unite to ensure that everyone is counted this month before the end of the month, that we begin to vote safely by mail as it can already be done in some states, and commit now to do more than just voting this year, but having a plan to reach out and get others who've never thought that their participation made any real difference to get them involved, because this year it truly does. In this most critical election in recent American history, the future of our democracy is on the line. It's on the ballot. Economic recovery and opportunity are on the ballot. More Asian American candidates are on the ballot. All America will be stronger when we truly leave no Asian American behind. Thanks so much.
All right, that was a great message from Representative Lloyd Doggett. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Next up, I'm super excited to introduce Carol Moon Goldberg, who is the president of the League of Women Voters in California. Serving at both the local and state levels, Carol has been a member of the League of Women Voters, LWVC, for over 25 years, and for the past 4 years has served as their voter service director as well. In addition to overseeing production of standard voter service materials, she curated and wrote content for Voters Edge and coordinated the League's part in the televised programs, including the U.S. Senatorial Candidate Forum. Prior to joining the state board, Carol served as a program director for LWVC in the Reproductive Choices portfolio for 3 years. During that time, she represented the League in a coalition of organizations working on related issues, analyzing and following legislation on the issue. After practicing law for a time, Carol retired in favor of raising her 2 kids and managed to make a career out of volunteering. She served on the Sacramento County Grand Jury and remains involved with the system. She's very active in her children's school by serving on parent advisory committees and supporting various extracurricular activities of her children, organizing, fundraising, and chauffeuring them around. She has been married for 34 years to a very supportive spouse who also practices law in Sacramento and volunteers for several nonprofit organizations. Now, it's very important to remember that 2020 is the centennial anniversary of women's suffrage and a very historical election year. So we are so excited, and it is so fitting that we have Carol here to share her passions and thoughts with the AAPI community and to remind us why representation matters and why AAPI votes matter. So let's hear some remarks from the lovely Carol Goldberg. Sorry.
Hi, thank you very much. I appreciate the invitation to speak to you all. I am honored that you're interested in my organization, and so I thank you. Let me start by quoting a suffragist from New Zealand. New Zealand actually allowed women to vote in all elections 25 years before America did. And this quote from Kate Shepherd of New Zealand said, "Do not think your single vote does not matter. The rain that refreshes the parched ground is made up of single drops." Being here in California with our dryness, that resonates in a lot of different ways. But it is our message and has been our message for 100 years. A single vote does matter. Don't ever believe that it doesn't. And really saying things like, do not think your single vote does not matter, is part of another form of expressing the power of we, because we are the single raindrops that nourish the parched ground. The League of Women Voters is a nonpartisan organization that has fought since 1920 to improve our government and engage all people in the decisions that impact their lives. The roots of the League of Women Voters lie deep in the women's suffrage movement, as Chelsea told you. It was founded by Carrie Chapman Catt, who was then president of the National American Women's Suffrage Association. And it was actually founded 6 months before the 19th Amendment was ratified. That shows you how confident they were that this goal would finally be achieved. Please don't.
Yeah. Okay, I think that she's just having a couple of technical difficulties. So we have compiled a really nice trailer video for you of some highlights from this past week. So I think that we can roll that. And it
I think everybody put in a lot of emotion into what they're doing. It's coming from their heart.
Great animations, and then you had some short stories. To be able to do this all within a minute.
On love, on resilience, of humanity, of eagerness to give.
Because we all are going through it, and it gives me hope.
20 times something about COVID-19. One thing, but yet everyone had different minds, perspective.
Blown away by how 20 different points of view can be presented effectively in 1 minute.
The audience pick out the 20 finalists, and I viewed every one of them, and I was really moved by all the good content that they put out.
Look at Sparky. He's wearing a homemade armor with lots of masks clipped onto it.
Obviously, every single one tells a great story.
Did the clip stop playing? So I think we're just trying to see if Carol can come back to us. She was cutting out, so bear with us as we try to figure out if we can get her back on to finish her lovely message.
Hey guys, sorry I was muted. Really sorry about some of the technical difficulties that we're having right now, but we will have most of these videos up later on, so you'll be able to check that out later. We'll have some links posted. We'll close out this section. We have just wrapping up this section, and I would like to introduce a very special guest, Dr. S.K. Lowe. She's the president of AAUC, as well as the chair of Okay. I do say SK in the chat box, but we will move on. So sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. We will move on to our next section. Okay. Yeah, we will play another trailer. We just got that up and running. For you guys to check this out. It's around 5 minutes or so.
This event is jointly hosted by AAUC and CLUSA.
The sponsor of AAUC, the theme is diversity, compassion, empowering, and really striving for the future.
The spirit that brought everyone here together, I was reflecting a little bit upon my own experience growing up in the country, which is distinct yet similar, I think, to
Asian Pacific Americans who have contributed to changing balanced food gap.
Asian Pacific Islander American. We're all Americans. We're all trying to help our country, to help each of us be a part
of it. On behalf of our Governor Larry Hogan. This conference, as you know, is going to include some powerful keynote speakers, a lot of fun, very informative workshops, a exhibitor hall.
Fantastic. We actually took care of some of the technical difficulties. So I'd like to introduce Chelsea again to wrap up this section. Chelsea, are you there with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you so much. Yes, we're so happy we have Carol back with us. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome her back to the screen so she can finish her lovely message. Here's Carol.
Hi, everyone. I apologize. I have no idea what happens, but that's true of technology and me anyway. So I apologize. I just wanted to give you a quick history of the League of Women Voters and the suffragist movement. As I said, it wasn't quite so easy as ladies had parades in white dresses and men said, oh, we see your point, and of course you can vote. It really didn't work that way. It took 72 years of organizing, letter writing, making dinners, speechifying, moving across the state and across the country. There was dissension sometimes among the ranks of the women who some felt wanted to do a state-by-state campaign, and some felt that they should go directly at the federal government to get something like the 19th Amendment. And it wasn't easy. Those parades weren't so easy. The famous one in 1913 ended up with women being assaulted both verbally and physically by the men in the crowd and other people in the crowd.
Okay, sadly, I think we're having some a little connectivity issues, but we're going to go ahead and keep going with our programming. We are so thankful that Carol even had time to talk with us. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to Amrita, who's going to take us home. So.
Thank you, Chelsea. I know it's never easy when we start to have some technical difficulties, but thank you once again for our guests for being available with us on a Sunday. And to help me wrap up this section, I would like to introduce Dr. S.K. Lowe. She is the president of AAUC as well as the chair of the 2020 NCLF.
Hi. I think we are having a lot of technical difficulties right now. As I can hear from my other screen, we are still on the video, so I think this broadcast is not going live right now. We need to kind of regroup some. Oh, okay. Yeah, can you cut that out? Okay, sorry. Okay, all right. So, to our honored guests and our respected, speakers, we are very thankful that you can join us today at our closing ceremony for the 2020 NCLF. I want to apologize for a lot of technical difficulties we are having today with the broadcast, and then there was some delay in the start. My name is S.K. Lowe, and I'm the president of AAUC and the chair of this year's forum. We are very fortunate to have a lot of people who can help us with this event. Let's see, I'm having kind of difficulty with this. I wonder if you can see the screen. Yes, okay. We are very fortunate today to be here with the help of a lot of staff and all the supporting people who are behind the scene. We are actually have people that are made out of two of our volunteer teams, the NCLF, which stands for National Civic Leadership Forum. Our team is Asian American Unity Coalition. We call ourselves AAUC, and then also the Civic Leadership USA. So we are here very glad that we will be able to see there are more than that many people involved. We have actually a team of 22 co-hosts who are putting together the forum and everything for us. We also have 3 professional teams helping us to deliver, to put the content and manage the event for us. Out of that, there are 24 organizers, and we have 10 different individuals and group performers. Plus, there are 20 session leads and 160 more speakers and 600 registered guests. So we actually have a large group, and altogether we have shown that 750 attendees are here. The ownership of this forum actually belongs to everyone who participated. Let's go back to what we have said we're going to do. So this session that we are finally at our finish line after 9 days of marathon of learning from our community leaders around the country and benefiting from their wisdom. We have learned that we are actually sticking through our theme of Asian American unity, and through that we see that there's a power of we. So these are the purpose and the goal of our conference. We have achieved, provided an open forum for all API communities and allies to network and collaborate and to learn and empower each other, to build trust and solidarity, and to achieve our American dream. So looking back, this work has just begun, and there's a long way for us to get to our goal. So we actually organized our theme, our whole event under the power of we. So we have learned through this that firsthand we are diverse and we are compassionate, we are empowered, and we are the future for this multi-fabric of culture in this USA. So what have we learned also? There's some interesting facts that we can give about this conference that we are doing. So here we have, looking at that, as I mentioned, we have a registered list of about 600 guests, and the speakers, we have 160 and more. Exhibitors, we have 50, and sponsored together, we have 24. Our age group who participated in as a registered guest, those who are under 25 are like 19%. The 26 to 40-year-old are 24% of our guests, and 41 to 55-year-old are about 31% of our guests, and the rest would be the 24% of the 55-plus-year-old. So as far as our ethnicity goes, we are more diverse than we had before. We have over 19 some ethnicity that are joining us. We have more females than male connecting with us, and we have altogether 27 learning sessions and 8 cultural performances in here. So what are the takeaways from this event? We learned that Hoover is a very powerful tool, but it's so new to many people that everybody was expecting a direct link to the sessions, which doesn't happen, and they have to download the application and then go into it through the front door and navigate what session is available at that time. And I think our philosophy of being an open forum, a bottom-up grassroots approach really works for us, because without that, we would not be able to get the diversity we're looking for, the broad spectrum and age and gender, and also as well as race that are our attendees and our speakers. The topics we have are really really impressive to me. We have the breadth and depth, and they are very current and also looking at future events and issues. For the community, we feel we have created a very collaborative environment for people to work together. And I'm very pleased with the delivery, which are of high quality, except for some technical glitches here and there. One of the disappointment is that we see the numbers that are participating in real time is very low, but we expect that to be better as we are able to deliver these recorded sessions in later time. So we have about 30 some live presentations that are recorded, which is accessible through Hoover until the forum is taken down. Now the forum somehow, even last year's forum is still up in Hoover. So I would expect that this 2020 National Civic Leadership Forum will be staying on for a long time. So if you are a registered guest, you can always come back and watch what is in there. But if you are not, those sessions are all archives in both of our websites, the CLUSA website as well as the AAUC website. During this event, we see that there are almost close to over 2,800 messages being communicated between everybody. And we have 56 posts on the community board. 166 pictures taken, and people are creating meetups. There are 9 of them, and I attended a few myself. So I like to kind of recap what we wished for the outcome and want to see that we have developed a deeper understanding of our diverse and compassionate community. And we have established more collaborative opportunity to build trust. And we are one step closer to building our AAPI unity, even if this is only a baby step. So we feel that with our bigger commitment in civic engagement, we would have a greater impact in 2020 and beyond. So from this, I would like to ask all of us, that we continue to visit Hoover for all the missed sessions that we have missed over the past events, and also visit the exhibition hall where all the 50 organizations and businesses are there. Go visit with them, because the session, the Hoover will still be up for a long time to come. Bid on the auction items, they are really at a bargain and really don't want you to miss those. So we extended the auction until the end of this month, because this month we are so busy with trying to catch up with all the sessions and everything. So it becomes very busy for us. So we like to have you kind of come back and visit and also bid on the auction. It's called the 32 auctions. Go into there, set up your bid, and then be able to participate. You'll get a lot of bargain from that. So keep up with your established contacts too. We like you to know the people that you have met up with, and then try to keep up with them and establish further opportunities to collaborate together. Lastly, I'd like you to join AAUC and be part of our volunteer team for the 2020-2021 next year's National Civic Leadership Forum. With that, I would like to turn over the forum to Amrita, who will introduce the press conference, and then she will be talking about who are the team of the partners that we are here for our press. Thank you very much for joining us. And we are moving into the 4th segment now of our event.
Thank you, SK. Thank you. I'm Diana Ding. I'm back here again as the co-chair for this closing ceremony. And I would like to recognize our medias who participate with us today. And today, last section is the voice of the power of we on 2020 NCLF. We have community leaders, joint statement, and press conference. We have ethnic medias and community leaders and next generation Asian Americans make the statement of commitment for our bright future. So our medias are INDTV USA, which Amrita is the anchor from INDTV USA. Thank you, and thanks INDTV USA. And Indian Currents, Silicon Near, EM Collective, Ethnic Media Service, San Jose Ko-Ji La Vietnamese Media, Ding Ding TV, and also Xie Jian and her 星之火传媒, and EPA Today and World Journal. So today we went through some bumpings, but this is the power of we. I thought about this. In the darkness, we bring the lights to each other. Through the difficulties, we find a way together. So nothing can stop the power of we. Without further delay, next I'm going to hand over this to our moderator for the joint statement and press conference, Felicia Chaco, and she's the founder of TinyCast, media chair of the 2020 NCLF and broadcast partner. And thank you, Felicia, and your team again. So I'm hand over to Felicia.
All right, hello, I'm Felicia Chanko, the founder of TinyCast Co. Let's get some energy up. The broadcast partner and media chair for the 2020 National Civic Leadership Forum. Can you believe we're already here? It's been an amazing 9 days, and I'm so excited to be moderating the joint statement and press release and press conference with everyone and all the community leaders that we've had collected today. You know, it's been such an amazing time, gathering over 500 registrations. And, you know, really what is the important part here is that we are the power of we, gathering together in such an iconic year. 2020 is a year where not only are we going through a really hard time of pandemic, which is often leading into a higher rate of racial discrimination against Asian communities, but we're also now going into a year of it is important to use our votes. We as a community never say that we need to be the same vote or the same thoughts. We just want to make sure that our voice is being heard and make sure that we are going to the polls. And lastly, of course, is a census year. It's really important to fill out your census so that you and the rest of our community are able to get the resources that our country is supposed to be giving us. So I want to go ahead and promote that everyone really believes in the power of we as we go into the polls, as we drop off our census into the mail. I want to say that understand what the importance of each of those actions are. And so I'm happy to be kicking off our press conference with the reading of the press release for the release today of Sunday, September 20th, 2020. The Asian American Unity Coalition and Civic Leadership USA close out the 2020 National Civic Leadership Forum today, Sunday, September 20, 2020. Since September 12th, we had celebrated AAPI unity through the power of we. The week-long virtual conference has welcomed nearly 600 registered attendees with over 19 ethnicities, 45% being under 40 years old, and 62% identifying as female. Looks like I'm on both of those. This forum belongs to the people who have spoken and those who have come and listened and learned, remarked AAUC President S.K. Lowe. The breadth and depth of the 27 learning sessions and 100 speakers, not including the cultural performers, are unimaginable in a regular top-down organized event. NCLF is truly an open, bottom-up, grassroots gathering where folks have spoken out about what concerns them. In his opening speech, Andrew Yang stated, "We all share common goals, ideas, and ambitions for our families." I think we're just scratching the surface of the impact Asian Americans have across the board. From a community health and diversity talks to mobilization planning and policy, it has taken 9 days with parallel sessions running each day to hear from 167 speakers, 25 sponsors, and 50 exhibitors. On September 18th, we celebrated our cultures and diversity through musical performances, a youth poetry reading, a dance session, and 4 lively cooking demos. The virtual platform Whova has empowered attendees to connect across sectors and cultures from all around the country to listen and learn to take action. Fortunately, all live sessions are recorded and can be accessed on Whova and after the forum closes on the AAUC and CLUSA websites. Attendees may continue to network on Whova through September 25th. When we talk about the power of we, plenary speaker Ty Bledsoe said we need to talk about the equity that we can leverage together. We are diverse, we are compassionate, we are empowered, we are the future in this multicultural world. As Chef Ranjan Day stated, know that you are not alone. The community is here to support you. All you have to do is ask. The work in building coalition and unity for AAPI has just begun. And that's the end of the press release. And we will soon be joined by community leaders who have committed to digitally signing the joint statement. But first, to share more, I am honored to introduce Dr. Xiaoyan Zhang, who I had the pleasure to work with closely these past few weeks in his role as the program chair of 2020 NCLF. Dr. Zhang is a data scientist and entrepreneur actively involved in promoting civic engagement and political participation by AAPI community. He served as a board member and was elected to leadership position of United Chinese Americans, UCA, and published many articles in both English and Chinese on embracing a pluralist society and building a multi-ethnic democracy in the United States. After Dr. Zhang reads the joint statement, I will facilitate the community leaders to speak on why do you think it's important for the AAPI community to speak with an united voice. Through this portion, we have invited attendees and our guests to uplift your questions via the Q&A wherever you're tuning in from digitally, Zoom, Whova, or YouTube. And so now I'd like to bring in Xiaoyan. Xiaoyan over here. Is Xiao XIA. Okay. Well, while we're getting Xiaoyan here, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the leaders that we have in our Zoom meeting. If they can go ahead. Invites Nadia Shimalayan. Hi, Nadia. If you can go ahead and... Hi, Nadia.
Hi, Nadia. Hi.
If you can speak on more why you believe that we have more in a united front voice.
So upon reflecting on what is the significance of the AAPI community speaking with a united voice on issues affecting our communities, I recall the Indonesian motto of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, which is Old Javanese for unity and diversity. Our united voice shows how one issue affecting one segment of our community affects us all. For we are one family. Our united voice shows how we deserve to be heard and have a seat at the table, for our voices span the entire globe. Our united voice shows that we can be and are the beacons of change, for we are diverse, we are compassionate, we are empowered, and we are the future.
Amazing. Great. Amazing. I'd like to now move on to Anthony. Anthony, you're not live.
5 years ago, I've said this in DC, if you're not at the table, you will be on the menu. NCLF 2020 is our effort to set the table and prepare a seat for everyone. Although we can only lead you to the water, we cannot make you drink, but we will fly further if we fly together. The journey is just begin. Join us. Thank you.
Go ahead and spotlight him. Ask to start video.
Only lead you to the water, we cannot make you drink, but we will fly further if we fly together. The journey is just beginning. Join us. Thank you.
And you are now on.
Hi, my name is Jen Marshall. I'm the National Executive Director for APAPA. It is important for the API community to speak with a united voice because one voice will help us perform better. Our message will be clearer, more concise, and consistent. Then other people will listen and we'll achieve our goal together. So let's make our voice heard because we have the power of we. Because one voice will help us.
Maybe you're now on.
Our message will be clearer, concise, and consistent. Then other people will listen. And we'll achieve our goal.
I still hear the echo.
So
Okay.
let's make our voice heard.
My name is Mimi.
We have the power of we.
Words is very powerful. If you want to make a difference, we need to speak up because our voice matters for the future of API generation. We must speak up and be clear in expressing our voice while still being respectful of others' opinion. That's called the power of we work together as a team. Thank you.
Sanjay, you're now on.
So guys, this is Sanjay. I am the chairman of Hunt Valley Indian Association, representing South Asians here. Much thankful to all of you for giving us an opportunity to be part of this. And I totally believe that we all have to be together. If we are not together, somebody else is going to rule us. Unless we are together, there is no way we can have our representation at offices, at national level, state level, county level, board of education level, any level. Look, these are hard times here, right? People are judging us. People are judging us just by the cover, just by looking at our color of skin. That needs to stop. People need to know us for what we do, not just looking at our faces or the color of the skin. But this is a great opportunity. I'm glad and all that. And let's use this opportunity. Let's use this momentum for 2020 and beyond. Thank you.
Together with a united voice, to get our voice heard, we will make a difference. Getting involved with representing the AAPI community through writing or by making public speeches will improve our ability to persuade others, increasing the vote turnout and the census participation. These are important to build our American dream. Thank you.
Hi, Marsha, you're now on.
Marsha, you're live.
Okay.
Please unmute your video, your audio.
Marsha, you're still muted.
All right. Hello, everyone. And it looks like while we're trying to get the community leaders to unmute themselves to finish up here, I do want to call up Xiaoyan to come back to VMix to read off the joint statement here. And if there are any questions that are
Marsha,
for
unmute yourself.
leaders, please do drop them to Huva or into YouTube or Zoom. You have a lot of opportunities to go ahead and ask questions of our leaders here. And so it looks like we are still waiting for Xiaoyan here to join us to do the joint statements. There we go. All right, Xiaoyan, we're going to go now and head over to you to read the joint statement. Oh, my goodness. Xiaoyan, you're now live. Hey, Xiaoyan, you're now live. Would you like to read the joint statement for us?
And unmute you.
Please unmute yourself.
I'm actually confused. What was I supposed to do now? Closing statement.
You're supposed to be on the joint statement now, Xiaoyan.
Do I read the joint statement?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I read. Okay, I'm gonna, because I wasn't prepared for this. Okay. AAPI Community Matters. A joint statement, September 20th, 2020. The 2020 election is a historical moment for the Asian American and Pacific Islander AAPI community. Our rapid increase share of the electorate, collective economic impact, and the professional and the civic achievement present a powerful, unparalleled opportunity for political engagement. Our vote matters. Our vote matters to future generations. We must advocate for the common interests of the AAPI community. Allied with other minorities to build our collective American dream. Our vote matters to the well-being of all Americans. America is strengthened by multicultural diversity when all ethnicities partake in our democracy. We have the obligation and the privilege to shape the future of this nation with our unique contribution. We celebrate our diversity while under a common goal, increasing AAPI vote count and the census participation, holding ourselves accountable and being counted. We pledge to reach out to our relatives, friends, organizations, and the community by participating in the 2020 census and the election at all levels of government. Representation matters. AAPI vote matter. Thank you.
This is Marcia Calanco. I can now read my statement. I believe in the power of we. Unity is power. We all work together regardless of differences and diversity. We empower each other with loving kindness, empathy, and compassion for a future of the power of we in a multicultural world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marcia. I want to go ahead and give an opportunity to everyone who would like to speak as part of the joint statement. All right, so it looks like we have Brendan Flores now up here. Let's go ahead and add him. All right, Brendan, you're now up.
All right, so it shows that we are stronger together.
Let's go ahead and make sure that you are unmuted as well.
You hear me?
Make sure your audio's
Yes.
coming in.
All right.
We can hear you.
It
Can I
shows.
have you refresh? Actually, Brendan, your audio is not coming in for us.
Can you hear me? I think others
Yes.
can.
Yes.
It shows that we are stronger together. It shows that we are here.
Brendan, it looks like we're still not getting your audio in. In the meantime, while we're still working
I
on
can
that,
hear.
clicking on your the microphone and checking out some of your options down there. I want to make sure I'm inviting anyone else who would like to speak up during the community leaders.
Actually, Felicia, I have a pre-recorded
Cheyenne,
section too. Maybe I can send that to you. That's maybe better effect.
Okay, great. There we go. Now we have Brendan. All right, there you go. One more time.
Can you hear me?
You're very low, but yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so it shows that we are stronger together. It shows that we are here to amplify our collective voices and build our cohesive power through collaboration. Many of our stories are left untold, so it is up to us to share our unique narratives and make sure our voices are heard. Let's make this the example and the expected norm. So together, let's make history and continue to write our stories.
Great, amazing. And it looks like we have Muslim Educational Trust. Would you also like a moment? All right.
Yes.
There you go.
Can you hear me? All right. This is Jawad Khan from the Muslim Educational Trust in Portland. Now more than ever, it's important for all of us to be united, to get the goals that we want, and to be heard as a single body. And as we've seen through the many presentations and the essays, through the pandemic, through the acts of unfortunate xenophobia, bigotry that we've seen in our community, it's now more than important to stay united, have one voice heard, and have the power of we, rather than be divided into separate factions when we're not as powerful. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity for this, and please take this opportunity to vote and have our concerns be heard. Thank you.
Great, amazing. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead now and move over to Sandy Chow, who will be closing off this portion here. Sandy, looks like we have you here on Zoom, and we'll go ahead and continue here.
Yeah, hi. I was so this 9 days have been so enjoyable and then so mind-boggling for myself. And then it was so much diversity that we have. And then when I attend a lot of sessions, there's so much integrity and so much compassion into it. And then more importantly is just everybody looks like they're really engaging and then really eager to find out everybody's thoughts and then really want to collaborate. And then what we are doing is the power of we. When we say we, that we are together. Together is almost like we're like a team of sports like football or soccer, and somebody on the offense, somebody on the defense, somebody is more strategic, somebody make the play. So therefore, it will be very, very difficult for only one group that possess all the capability and all the knowledge whatsoever. So therefore, it is absolutely we need to empower each other, and this is why we have to be together. So when we're together, it's almost like a body. And then somebody with the head, somebody with heart, somebody with the muscle, somebody with the hands, and somebody with the eye and ear and leg. So therefore, it will be very, very important that we are all together. So I attend a lot of meetings. Our idea and our directions are all in the right area. But somehow, there are lots of things that we need to improve on. Is that sometimes our relationship is too casual. So therefore, by knowing what you do whatsoever, I would say in order to really getting together, we need to know each other better like a family. So we know each other's interests, we know each other's background, and then our common concern, and then to accept, and then even though we don't disagree, we accept the differences. So therefore, in such a case, we're just like a family. the we is like a family. I would say Asian Americans will be so new to this country, and then we provide so much diversity and capability. Because of this capability and diversity, we're going to advance this country. We come to this country because we so love this country and so love the diversity, and then that melted all the goodness of everyone. So by getting go through this conference, I just feel that everyone are so enthusiastic, want to communicate and want to induce, and then want to let other people to understand that I think what we need to improve on is actually to create more friendship between ourselves. I think in order to do that, I think we should really participate more of each other's functions, and then even socially or culturally or any other opportunities. I attended 3 sessions in particular, and one is Dr. Saeed and Mr. Khan's Islamic education. I was so enriched by that. And then when I was surveying the attendance, there are a limited number of enthusiasm in terms of people. I really encouraged that. And then I attend Sanjay's meeting, and then I find out very few other ethnic groups participate in it. And I think that should be encouraged. And Marsha's Galenko's on the Asian women writers, I think I'm one of the very few male attending. So therefore, I think it's just the interaction between the groups should be encouraged. I think this is a very good foundation that we as a beginning, and then we should move forward, and then we should get together a lot more. So what we are doing is we want to build up a brighter future for this country that I so loved. And we're not only to get what we deserve of the vast resources that we have, we also will be at the table, like Anthony said, that we want to contribute our capability and our desire and our ideal, so therefore we can make this great country even greater. I think this is the least we can do for our next generations and generation to come. Similarly, we should be more concerned about the whole America rather than one group of ethnic groups. I think it is the empowering that we're emphasizing, that if the whole country is great, we will be all very great. So therefore, I think it's just we have to celebrate what we have done and what we have tried. But more importantly, let's build up a stronger organization, a stronger community, stronger Asian American, and then most importantly, want to build a stronger United States of America. And it's so important we should be the leader, because the world is very small and the resources are dwindling, and we need significant leadership and move forward for our future generations to come.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sandy. And thank you so much for everything you've done for our community. I really appreciate all the work that you put in thus far to really get us to where we are right now. And so with that said, I would like to invite everyone, we got a little bit of homework here for the community leaders, to raise up their joint statement here. And as we do so, I'm actually going to invite people now to take a little bit of a screenshot for themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. There we go. Boom. Great. Turn on your video. Look at all these amazing certificates. All right. Cheers to that. Here we go. We're going to take a screenshot in 3, 2, 1. Wonderful, great. Anyone else who's in the background there? Maybe a few people who have their video off. So I really would love for you to, there you go. That's the last bit there. Ready? Join together in 3, 2, 1. I also want to bring up the everyone else who's on the vMix call now. There you are. Let's see, SK, I see that you have your as well. I want to make sure that we're getting a screenshot of that for sure. Amazing. All right, all. As we are, oh, Xiaoyan, there you are too. I see you. We'll make sure you're in there. Where's yours? Amazing group photo. There you go. There we go.
I have a Sharks mug.
1, 2, 3. All right, amazing. Thank you, everyone, for doing their homework and bringing that joint statement. It is really important that we are coming together and really doing our part to stay united and be together. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my last shot here. And as I transition over to the final closing here, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. It's been an amazing week of amazing programs and people, and I'm so looking forward to continuing our work together and promoting and uplifting the voices of the AAPI community. I'm happy to share that on Wednesday I will be hosting a little bit of an after party, so make sure to check me out in the exhibition hall where we can talk a little bit more about the process of broadcasting, as well as making sure that we are continuously staying connected through this tough time. So remember to check me out in the exhibition hall for co-connecting a session with TinyCast. And now I'm happy to go ahead and transfer this over to closing off here with Rita, Diana, and SK. Here we go.
Thank you, Felicia. I absolutely love your energy and the entire time. SK, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great.
No
And as
problem.
we'll just, Diana's here too.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, excellent. So before we do kind of a final remarks of ours, I would like just to do a final remark with some of our other guests that we have. And I know the entire time Sandy Chow was speaking, I was just nodding my head because I just pretty much agreed with everything, and I loved his sports analogy as well, because as you know me, I love sports. But let me bring up SK, since we're here, we'd love to hear your closing thoughts on today's event.
Well, my closing thoughts are that I want everybody to come back and join AAUC, and we'd like to see that with our vision of building the American dream, with our values of diversity, unity, and as well as our equality, that's our goal, that we come back together and then we develop something even bigger for next year. So I know we have a lot of technical issue without what we are wanting to see, but we already get through the finish line, and I'm very happy, and I want everyone to be part of that, of our team next year. Thank you.
Again, I really appreciate your time for today, Diana.
Thank you. First of all, thank you, Amrita, for the wonderful job, and thanks for Felicia and your team, and thank you everybody for being with us. I just especially want to thanks to Sandy Wong. She was there, and
Diana, you're
to
on
represent
mute. We
Indian
cannot
TV
hear
to
you.
join the joint statement. Yes. So
Your phone is on
thank you,
mute. Your
everybody.
microphone is on mute.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, I'm not muting. Yes, I turn on my microphone. I'm not muting. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I'm glad you can hear me. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. The power of we. My friend Joe Wang used to tell me, the success means work with people. The more you can work with people, the more you can be successful. So that's the same theme of power of we. And we learned a lot from this. I think it's not only the content, not only the audience, and not only so many people getting together. It's a takeaway for each one of us. We have learned a lot from each one of us, and all the good qualities from people we're getting working together with. I'm so thankful and looking forward to working together with you next year, 2021.
Cannot
Thank
wait
you.
to see all of you in person. This is going to be so exciting. I think to do the closing ceremony in person and to be able to hug you guys, Diana, I miss that. But just to kind of wrap up, is my still here? Would love to hear your final thoughts. If not, we'll just move down the list. How about Anthony Ng?
Hey, maybe you're live now for your closing thoughts.
For me, wow, our 9 days virtual conference, our virtual 9 days at NCLF conference has come to an end. Congratulations to all. Your support in joining us started to show the impact we can make by coming together. Your support has been very much appreciated. Thank you and goodbye for now. See you again soon.
See you again very soon. Do we have Mr. Jean still online? Cheyenne Jean?
Xiaoyan, you're now live.
Yes, thank you, everyone. This has been 9 days. We have close to 30 sessions. I really enjoy working with everyone. And we have done a lot. This is a new challenge. And as we went through some technical difficulty using a totally new platform, but we have a lot of very excellent content, and we have such a dynamic team, and everybody is supporting each other. And we have some young generation talent, which I'm really pleased to see, and really give us a casting and a production quality quite a few notch above what we've been able to do before. So my sincere thanks to everybody. It's just the beginning. We have a long way to go, but I think the direction is correct. That's what I'm fair for. And I want to share with you again, through this conference, I learned something from a keynote speaker. I said in other place, but I want to say that again. As a minority, we move into integrating into a mainstream society. It's like we go to a party. That's the metaphor they use. I thought was so profound. The first, we have to be invited to the party, right? And we not be. Second, we have to be asked to dance, but that's not enough. Third, we need to be part of music selection, so we can actually select what music to play. So you can see we actually move into different stages, and we're now being no longer being excluded, but we've been asked to the table. But we need to sit on the table and join the decision-making process. We need to be part of the process, choosing the music. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Enjoy everybody's, and it's my pleasure to serve for this forum. Thank you.
Thank you, Xiaoyan, for leading.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate your party analogy. It is time to join the party. We definitely got to get in the dance, and how we get active is by registering to vote and making our voices heard. So thank you. Next up, do we have Anthony Ng still here?
Next is to say all and bye.
Anthony said that he wasn't going to be
Is it
doing
SK now? Thank you for everyone.
Actually, we're just going to wrap up in 2 minutes. We would love to take
closing slide.
Yeah, we would love to take a group picture with everyone. So if you can just give us 2 more minutes, we just have a few more people to do some of the closing remarks. And then we want to be able to take a group picture with everyone for joining us for this event today. If Anthony Ng is not here, we'll move on to the, is Anthony?
Anthony, you're now live. Anthony, you're now live. Hi, Anthony, you're now live. If you can mute your the recording on your side so you can do your closing remarks. Hi, Anthony. You are now live.
Yes, I'm here. Okay. Well, I will say it again. If we want to go far, we need to fly together, lifting up each other. And this is a journey. And I'm so glad that I meet all of you, learn so much, but we have a long way to go. So let's do it together. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Anthony, for that. Do we have Anthony Lee?
No, we do not.
Okay, how about Meredith Curry? No, Meredith. If we don't have Meredith, Felicia, you can jump on here for your closing remarks as well.
Great.
In this conference, we already starting to see the impact we can
So,
make by coming together.
I want to say that this has been such a great learning experience through these past couple of 6 months of moving what was event production work into now digital broadcasting. And so, really what is important is what we need to do to make the adjustments to get through this time. I believe that together we'll be able to do it. However, we had to find the new ways to do this. And so as long as we continue to stick together, find the ways to connect and support each other through this, I'm certain that we will see such great things happening for not only our community, but for this world at large. So thank you so much for this time to speak and join as a broadcasting partner, the media chair, and of course as a engaged member of this community. So thank you.
Thanks, Felicia, and we really do appreciate all the hard work you and your team have been doing behind the scenes. It takes an army of people to put so many different inputs and everything together for our viewers to see the final product. So really do appreciate you and your team for taking on that task. I would love to welcome Wen. Is Wen here? Wen, you want? If Wen's not here, I would like to welcome.
Hey, Wen, we have you live now for your closing remarks.
Oh, hi. Yeah, it's really a great pleasure to spend the past 9 days together with you. And I'm looking forward to meet you in person in next year's National Civic Leadership Forum. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Wen. Looking forward to meeting with you in person as well. And I actually just recently found out I have a birthday twin from this organization. I've been working with Ding Ding TV for a really long time with Diana and Sandy. And Sandy and I share a birthday together. So I'd love to welcome Sandy.
Stay with us.
Sandy's been doing a lot of back-end support and work. Sandy, you're here. Sandy Wang. Mm-hmm. Can we get Sandy on here?
Sandy Wen.
Oh, well, yeah, Sandy Wen. Sandy Wen support and work. Oh, okay. No worries. How about Quinn? Is Quinn on here? We have a last remark from Quinn, and we'll wrap this up. Okay, great. Quinn is.
Jing Bai, you're now live.
Oh, okay. No worries. How about Quinn? Is Quinn on here? We have a last remark from Quinn, and we'll wrap this up.
Well, thank you. Can you hear me? I'm so honored. Yeah. So first, I want to say congratulations.
Okay, great.
I would like to say congratulations.
You're now what?
Oh, okay.
Let's mute your
No
phone.
worries.
Let's mute your phone.
How about Quinn? Is Quinn on here? We have a last
audio
remark from
on
Quinn,
your side.
and we'll wrap this up.
You can't be watching the stream when you're
Thank
going
you. Can you
live.
hear me? Can you hear me? I'm so honored.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and transition back.
Okay, so sorry about that, Quinn. We couldn't get through the audio with you, but I'm really do appreciate you for being with us. So we have a fun thing. We're just about wrapping this up, and we would love to take everyone's group picture, a virtual group picture, and we have a cool way of doing this. Let's see if we can actually make this work. It'd be really cool if we can coordinate this. Diana, are we doing this to the screen?
Yeah, let's
Are we
do
saying
a-
hi to
let's
the
do a
screen this way?
together. Join our hands on screen, right?
Okay.
So let's get everybody join our hands together on screen and take a picture. Yes. Okay, let's do this together.
Screen this way?
Join our hands on screen, right?
Okay.
Screen and take a picture. And taking a picture together. Yes.
Great.
I don't see everyone. You got everyone? Okay, great. Well, thank you once again for everyone for taking your time out on this Sunday to join us. And I hope we all walk away with a 2-letter word in mind. We are in this together, and we can get through this all together. Thank you so much for all your time, and have a fantastic rest of the week.
Thank you. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, everybody.
We have the. It's okay if not. Do you have the jazz music playing right now or not? Yeah, what I was saying while you were getting my audio still, it's like, I'm not gonna put our name on